What's up, my friends? It's a Good Friday for everybody but Wizards of the Coast and Faye Dalton, and I guess the other artists that are wrapped into this crazy nonsense. My friends, we are here to talk about the continuing saga of the art theft scandal. But before we do that, gotta share the live stream link in the Discord, alright? That's how we always know when the live streams are happening. People ask me, how do I not miss your live streams? By getting in the Discord, son. Then you will not miss live streams, like perhaps you didn't know there was one earlier today and you missed it. All right, there we go. Some of them you can catch over on the archive afterwards, but not all of them. Sometimes you gotta be there or be squared. Okay, there we go. Links shared. Let's do some hellos before we launch in. Before we launch into this ridiculousness. All right. What up? Keebler, Kenzuki, Hurst, Roman, Millmaster, Jojo, Brent, Felonious T, Jesse, Ziria, Nathan, Valhalla, Potts, Daniel, Sum, Cheems. Who else? Who else? Fuzz, let's see, Fro, Beasley, Teferi, Char, Jesse, Jess, Synthetic with the membership message saying howdy. Howdy to you, buddy. Zircon, Lasagna, Emil, Mox, Man, Ned, Running, Planet, Error, Roni, Fools. What up? All right, we made it through. We made it through the initial hellos. Let's see what you guys had to say, because I just run through the names. Jesse said it takes a special person to put on a green bodysuit, look in the mirror, not change their mind about the decision. I couldn't commit like this. I'm so committed. I should be committed. Ziria, the music invades your dreams. That's what the intro song. That's funny. Valhalla, it's Commander Night. Right on, buddy. Enjoy. Daniel, excited about your first live stream? Right on, right on. Zira, you always catch live streams the nights you're meant to be awake early? Do you mean go to bed early? Meant to be awake early. That feels like it's reversed, right? What else? Strong language indeed. Yup, that's what I'm known for. Emil, hope I had a great week. It's been going all right, buddy. It's been going all right. Millmaster, yeah, all of it. There's a lot going on in one day, bro. You ain't wrong. You ain't wrong. So, we have reached the next step on the art theft journey. Wizards of the Coast has come out with their official statement, and you can actually see it. It's right here, right? Now, this is a very, very basic statement. You read it, you go, we've heard questions on the integrity of the art on the card Trouble in Pairs from Murders at Karlov Manor Commander set. And we had questions too. As we have looked into this further, we're now suspending future work with Faye Dalton. So, to give you an example of a previous statement that they've given, the one that they said on Wayfarer's Bauble said, we recently became aware of claims that David Saunders' artwork on the card Wayfarer's Bauble used art created by another artist without that artist's permission. Such misuse of art is expressly prohibited by our artist guidelines and does not reflect the values of Wizards of the Coast. As such, we will be suspending any future work with David Saunders until further notice. So, it makes you wonder, right? You go, wait, why is it so terse? Why is it so short? Why don't they say this doesn't match our values? Artist, blah, blah, blah. You want to know why? They're not done. They're not done talking about this, guys, because guess what? This ain't the only card. Like, this is insane in the first place. Somebody went ahead and redacted all the parts that were owned by different artists. And guess what? This hand with the axe, that's somebody else too. So there's another artist. Like, there is apparently nothing in this artwork that wasn't stolen. And guess what? You know the baseball secret lair? A Johnny's face? Well, it turns out part of a Johnny's face was stolen too. That's what we actually talked about in the live stream earlier today. So there is more stolen artwork. Oh, but valor and glory. Nathan Rousseau, welcome to being a shield bearer. Thanks for joining the channel membership. Bear your shield with pride. That's dope, man. Surprised they'd say anything if there may be pending litigation. Well, that's it. When they say stuff like that, it's usually like, yo, we're done. But they know there's too much conversation going on around it. And they don't even know how many artists that they have to deal with. How many different copyrights are they infringing on in one go? Up until now, it's just been one every time. Oh yeah, give them the shield bearers welcome, guys. Nicely done. So they only had to deal with one person involved with this. Now it's amazing to me that Faye Dalton's website talks about how she has this distinctive vintage style that's reminiscent of these things. And it's like, reminiscent? You mean straight up stolen, son. So obviously social media's locked all that kind of stuff because that's what happens. The artist goes to ground and it's like, there's all these people yelling at me. It tends to be the same thing. And they'll trot out excuses like, oh, my family's under attack and there's been all these threats. Sure there has. Sure there has. Although I suppose I should actually give them a grain of salt with that kind of stuff. And I'm not saying that was said in this case, just in previous cases, right? So that may not be said in this case. And I suppose there's technically the chance that it's happening because people are ignorant online and they will act up. And I mean, people have wished death on me in the last couple days. It happens all, you know what? It happens fairly regularly. So maybe, you know what? Maybe I should reframe that statement. There's a possibility that people have been threatened over this kind of stuff, right? Considering how maniacal people can be. And let's be clear as well. There's something specific with the Magic community that makes them more antisocial, reactionary, and just kind of dreadful people. Not everybody, but there's enough of them who just give themselves free reign online to be completely awful. So maybe I'm not being charitable enough by saying that's not happening, right? So, yeah. What up, Jugglim? How you doing, buddy? Who's getting a crime-based card from Thunder Junction altered into a Faye Dalton card? Moxman, yeah, bro. I mean, you know firsthand as well, right? You got to deal with all kinds of maniacs. It's amazing how ignorant people can be, and all the stuff they've said about me is totally wild. John, it's the internet. It makes people feel like it's safer to yell and shout crazy shit. It's true. It's true. People act way more unhinged online. I'm identical in person. Online, I'm the same guy. I'm a gigantic maniac. What are you gonna do? I'm loud and crazy, and there ain't no difference. Ask anybody who's met me in person like Moxman. They'll tell you. There ain't no difference. I got no interest in being a fake, different variation of myself online. I'm too old for that crap. So what you see is what you get, son. And what you see, let's be real, is awesome. Moxman says, because you try and put out content, they feel they have the right to hate. And you, yeah, like hate full on. Like somebody mentioned, hey, the Magic Historian talked about this Faye Dalton stuff, and it's downvoted into oblivion with people coming in and going, he's a moron, he's a reactionary dullard, and all this stuff. It's like, bro, I don't know you, but you know me. And if that's your opinion of me, I don't care, man. It's all good. People aren't going to spend that much time to gain an understanding of you. You're the same difference as a box of Triscuits to them, right? I hate Nabisco, and they make Triscuits. Right? Same deal. You're not being treated like a person, so... You know, put that together with the Magic community, and maybe some of them artists were actually getting threatened. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Yo, Millmaster. Moxman, you said something so jankbag. Now you're making me think you're Millmaster because what you're saying is so unacceptable. I don't cheat at mini golf, bro. All right? I dominated you all fair and square. The luck gods love me. You've seen it. I beat his family so badly at golf that he had to make excuses to his wife so that she wouldn't rage out about how amazing I am without even trying, bro. He's sitting there going, oh, he's getting all these hole-in-ones because they made it easier to get hole-in-ones while you're mini-putting here. But if that logic was true, then everybody would get more hole-in-ones. Why was I getting in the hole all the time? Because the universe wants me in the hole, son. That's why. That's why. I know how to swing my putter the right way and get my balls where I want them. You ain't wrong, Moxman ain't wrong. I got the luck gods on my side. I showed his wife that when I dominated the arcade and won thousands and thousands of tickets. I still have a towel to commemorate when me and Moxman went to the Great Wolf Lodge and I put my skills on display. I even stopped it from raining so I could golf. It's pretty good. Pretty good. So you ain't spreading them lies, son. Got some KoolAid. I got some grape KoolAid today, and that's what I'm having to drink. It's nice. I found these little packets of KoolAid, but they're from America. They have to be, because you read the back, and it's gibberish. You're like, okay, empty contents into a large plastic or glass pitcher. Add 1 cup of sugar or a cup of sweetener, and then add cold water to make 2 quarts. Quarts? What the hell is that? A Star Trek term? Like, what kind of ancient crap? No, you need 1 hogshead full of water to make this KoolAid, bro. I had to Google search it because I don't know what a quart is. What is this crap, right? I'm used to liters, milliliters, and I understand how cups factor into that, but I don't know what a quart is, bro. So yeah, there's gonna be more. There's gonna be more artwork. The Ajani artwork is one, but I mean, if she's done it on 2 different pieces of artwork, right? It's gonna be all of them, pretty much. I'm guessing. We'll see. But Wizards probably is just like, how many lawsuits has she opened us up to? Like this one card by itself, that's 4 different people who can sue Wizards, bro. There's people who think like nobody can sue Wizards. They have to sue the artist directly. Oh no, that's not how it works. That's not how it works at all. Wizards of the Coast has those contracts saying artists won't do this stuff so they can sue them afterwards and so they can go, it's against our terms. But they will absolutely get sued by the individual artists for this because that's how it works. And then they have to turn around and reclaim their court costs. The artists can get sued too, but Wizards is going to get sued as the infringing entity. There's no get out of jail free card with this, right? They're still printing other people's artwork and selling it. Just because we said you can't do it, and they said they didn't do it, so we're completely blameless. Nah. Once upon a time, maybe art directors would have been able to catch this, but since Wizards demands 1,000 cards get put out every set, and they don't spend any time on actually quality control, this is where we end up. Some used to collect KoolAid points. I don't even know what that is, man. Never had that round here that I knew of. Dark Star, you hope the artists suing don't take a settlement? Oh, they will. They will. Why wouldn't they? It's like, bro, you're facing down Hasbro's high-powered lawyers who are going to dance the dance for as long as it takes. They can basically go, look, take a settlement or we'll drag this out until you run out of money. Do you have enough money to match Hasbro pound for pound? No? Well, you might just want to take a lump of cash and walk, son. So, yeah, it's definitely going to be settlement territory. I can't see anybody going any other way with it because then they're not going to end up with anything other than a dragged out court case. But I can't speak for everybody involved automatically. That's just a gut feeling. See, Millmaster, saying things like America is the leader of the free world, not the leader, is exactly why when Moxman said that nonsense, I used your name. Because you're a gibberish face, just so you know. Bloomborough will have no problem getting original art? What are you talking about, man? Every set is susceptible to this. How do you know if Faye Dalton has artwork in the set? Just thinking that anybody can paint animals. Anybody can paint anything. She could have actually painted instead of making this. You realize that, right? Nobody forced her to do this. She chose to do this, right? Because it's easy, it's quicker, and apparently nobody had ever caught her. So I have no idea how long she's been pulling this nonsense. But clearly, reality has caught up. Now, I don't know. I don't know what this means for her career. Some of the previous people we've seen pulling shenanigans, their careers weren't as big as hers, I would say. And so they just kind of like collapsed and disappeared under the weight of everything. I don't know how this one's going to go in terms of like, is her career over? I don't know. Are other people going to hire her after this? Seems pretty dangerous to hire somebody who's infringed on like 5 copyrights in one piece of artwork. Like, this is a land speed record in ultra fuck ups, right? Like, for real, for real. This card is redacted with all the artwork she didn't own, and it's not fully done being redacted because there's more in this artwork that was found after this card was edited to look like this. So the whole thing's probably literally every part of it is 100% stolen, right? Like 100%. Suspending future work with her, but do you think there's any from upcoming sets with her artwork? Let's think about it. She's in a recent Secret Lair. She's in this set? Yeah. My guess is she's got a number of different pieces of artwork because she has an ungodly speed with it. Like, I spoke directly I've spoken to a magic artist about the demands that Wizards puts on them, how much they get paid, all this kind of stuff. I got a whole bunch of awesome background information. The guy didn't know that I'm the magic historian and like actually cover he had no idea. He's just a magic artist who will remain nameless at this juncture, who I had the good fortune to have a very pleasant conversation with, just talking about how much I love magic art. And I had a bunch of questions that he was happy to answer for me. And I gathered a ton of information that's like background info. And Wizards of the Coast will turn around and expect you to do an entire cycle of cards in an unreasonable amount of time. The turnaround time, they don't give you very much time. They contact you and go, we need this and we need it now. And then it's just like, what? And it's like, I can't do that. I can give you maybe 2 out of the 5 you need. And then they go, all right, we're going to look elsewhere. And then when they just go, we want this many pieces of artwork, and you're just like, yeah, grab, staple, boom, staple, boom, staple, boom. I'm sure I could crank out 5 artworks if I could just steal everything from people, right? So, like, Wizards of the Coast setup incentivizes this kind of thing because they are asking people to work on an unreasonable level. It's like sweatshop level stuff. Jess says, this is the $5 I said I'd give you to convince you to watch the Chi Master videos I sent, and you can tell me that it's that it's magic tricks. All right, you know what? You're lower to the board. I'll take a look. I remember now. I do remember agreeing that I would check out your ridiculous Chi videos. We talked about this before. So Jess, I will do that, and I will make fun of you for it. We will make this happen. All right. But for now, you are the Lord of... Oh, this marker is not very good. Oh, well. Thanks for the super chat, bro. Don't artists have to infringe on other artists' work in some way or another in order to make the characters and universe seem the same? That's an excellent question. And the answer is Wizards of the Coast owns the characters and they do the original designs for them. So like they design Jace and Nissa and all that. They design the characters in-house. They own what those characters look like. And then they basically say, can you give us your rendition of this character, right? But even if a new Planeswalker was spun whole cloth out by a magic artist, Wizards of the Coast owns that magic art, right? So they can use that magic art in any way they want. So for example, in the past, one of the art scandals we had was another artist who did the artwork for Crux of Fate. And what they did was they took Nicol Bolas artwork from a previously existing magic card. Now this was a godsend for Wizards of the Coast, where it's basically like, oh, wait, we already own the artwork. So you're infringing on our artwork. So just hit the road, you're fired. We're never dealing with you. But there's nobody you have to pay off. There's nobody to sue you because you own the artwork, right? So they're fine in that regard. The Wayfarer's Bauble situation was similar in that the artwork that was being stolen was from somebody else who does magic artwork, and it was like one person, and Wizards had like a relationship with them, so there's something to work with. But with this, you have a magic artist, but not a magic artist doing magic artwork, doing Shadowrun artwork from forever ago. You have Boris Vallejo, right? Like, it's crazy that he's mixed into this. And then you have multiple others as well. So these people, the artwork doesn't belong to Wizards and was just stolen and slammed in there. And most of these people don't have a working relationship with Wizards for them to lean on. So this is the ugliest. This is 5 lawsuits in one card, bro. This is like, it's incredible in one way. Hey, Nathan Rousseau Super Chat says, please, can we get you and Moxman dressed up as the Troubles and Bear and play mini golf? That is a hilarious idea, bro. I love it. And you are the new lord of the board, Nathan. That's a fun idea. Me and Mox, well, you know what? We've gotten together multiple times. I have a picture that proves that Moxman is an arsonist who tried to burn somebody's house down. And I am going to unveil that when I do my video drinking the poison that he gave me. Because I do have a bottle of poison that he gave me. And I will be drinking it for a video over on my other channel. Right? So you just wait. I'm going to prove to you that Moxman is a hateful arsonist. I got the proof. I got the receipts. I got them receipts. But yeah, we went to Santa's Village together. That sounds like a euphemism, you know? We went to Santa's Village together. Ho, ho, ho! Oh, speaking of hoes, Fixer coming in with the just says Aurochs in his super chat. You cow-loving degenerate. You are now Lord of the Board. Oh, Chris, you're right. The nickel bolus in the artwork did have the wrong number of fingers. I forgot about that part. I forgot about that. All right, let me fixer the board. See what I did there? That's pretty clever. Ho, ho, ho. All right. What idiot thought copy paste count as creating art? You'd actually be surprised at the number of people who are literally defending it, going, it's a collage. You're not allowed to make collages nowadays. No, it's stolen artwork. Collage is like when you cut up magazines and stick it together, and you still need permission of the people whose elements you're using, right? Like, there's this weird new mentality of, this doesn't mean nothing. She stole artwork from 5 artists. You have to be smoking meth once you've had that explained to you to go, no, just a collage. No, that's not how it works. Yeah, you can literally, like, try it then, buddy. Try it. Go ahead and start taking parts of Disney properties, hack them apart, and watch what happens. Go ahead and slap them in there and start trying to sell it and see how fast Disney blows your asshole open, right? Like, but bam! They will orbital laser strike you from fucking space, bro, right? Goddard! Membership message. Testing. Boom. 18 months. Nice. That's 2 babies, bro. You've been a member long enough for us to have 2 babies together if you were my lady and I didn't let you rest at all after you birthed the first kid or it was premature. Under either of those circumstances, that's 2 babies. That's 2 babies. Entitlement generation. There is a lot of entitlement kicking around. You ain't wrong, Lightwave. Darkstar, you get that she was probably under a time frame. Yeah, she was. The risk wasn't worth it. I bet from her standpoint, there wasn't any risk. This isn't new. This is just the first time she's been caught, right? Like, you're going to get emboldened by this. It's the same way that a thief will steal from a place, and when they don't get caught, they'll get bolder and bolder because they think they're untouchable, right? And there's a huge difference between inspired by and straight up stolen. And there is no way to deny that this is absolutely infringing. Like, you can see it from space, son. You can see it. Yeah, exactly, Bern. When you make money off of other people's work that you've borrowed, you have to either have permission or pay for it. You don't just get to take people's work. You don't get to do that. I know the whole new AI generation is like, well, we could just take whatever and cram it into AI and deal with it. That's the new way. I got bad news for you. A bunch of the AI companies are in trouble for stealing people's work. Midjourney's getting sued, as they should, man. It's not okay to take a bunch of people's art and like, hey, I took your work and I'm using it to train my AI to make work and obsolete you. Yeah, you're not allowed to do that. That's illegal. Not the justification of, well, it's convenient for me. I like typing a sentence in, and it's not fair that artists spend all that time working on learning how to make art, and I can't do it. So I should be able to just type things in and steal their work. I should be able to type in whoever's style. I want artwork of this done in this guy's style. And you don't think that that person deserves anything for that? Like at all? They deserve to get robbed, man. I'm the one who wrote the sentence. Fat guy in a leotard. Fat guy in leotard, Dionato G. Cola style. Excuse me, this is my original creation, and I am a creative genius. I typed fat guy in leotard. I'm creative. Like those clowns you see, hire me, company, with my special, secret, extensive prompt knowledge. I will generate... Okay, let me ask you a question. Can you give me a character exactly the way I want to have it look? Yeah, and can you rotate it 15 degrees to the left and put a hat on it? Oh, no? Yeah, I didn't think so. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Like, for real, you can take all the elements that were taken for this, you can use them as inspiration. You could totally look at them and do your own version. You can't fucking trace over them. You can't just fucking copy it. Oh, I took this guy's body and this guy's head. Like... Not as a fucking professional. That's what you can do when you're making something for your own personal use. You can do whatever then. Who cares? Make whatever you want. You can make like, it's got a bag of rice as a body and Mickey Mouse's face, and you can like paint it kissing you on the mouth if you want. You can do all that. As soon as you try and sell it though, Disney's gonna go, bam, right? Like, don't get confused by this Etsy generation where tons and tons of people are just infringing and stealing stuff. Like, it's just so widespread that people think that it's okay or something, but it ain't. There's a lot of hard work that goes into this, man. Like, it's oh no, I forgot. I got Easter eggs. I was gonna do Easter eggs for the Super Chatters. So Jess, Nathan, and Fixer, let's get eggy. All right. No, I assure you I'm not insanely weak. This bag is just really strong. Jess, what does your egg say? Your egg says, clutch of egg. Oh no, I got ripped off. Clutch of egg? Not even clutch of eggs, just clutch of egg? Oh, it's a grammatical abomination. Okay, all right, well, that was Jess's, and you know what? Maybe just speaking his language, because Jess got a broken brain, so who knows, right? Nathan, let's see what your egg says. Your egg says, BK3 Easter? What the fuck? Okay, all right. Who's next? Fixer. You gonna fix her this, buddy? Can I offer you an egg in these trying times? Nice Frank reference. Okay. Oh, egg sighting. There we go. Fixer, you're egg sighting. We got one. We got one that actually works. All right. Let's have some chalky dust. Oh. Was that my tooth? Oh. Ow. Oh, it's so bad. It's so dry. Oh, ew. Now you don't feel bad I couldn't share? Yeah, for real, man. It sounded like chewing on chalk. Yeah. Yeah, that's accurate. When the egg just ain't cooked right. Sour chalky dust eggs. So gross, man. So gross. You know what? Adding hot, I would take hot sauce over that, man. It's just awful. Just awful. I'm not eating any of them that don't make sense. That's my rule. I'll only eat the sensical ones. Wait, what am I saying? I should not agree to eat nonsensical garbo eggs for super chats. So yeah, I am curious to see just how many cards that Faye Dalton's done are going to turn out to be the stolen artwork. I think that I might even have the Ajani stuff on here. Let me take a look and see if I've got it on this computer. Is this it? Yeah, this is it. Okay, perfect. Sweet. Since we're on the subject, let's go ahead and take a look at another card that is absolutely in the same boat. And Wizards, they must be sweating bullets, bro. How many lawsuits? Like, Faye Dalton's done like a dozen cards, bro. Like a fucking dozen cards. At least. Hold on. Let's go over to Scryfall and see how many. Let's head on over to Scryfall. Can you search by artist? I assume so. Oh, no. Hold on. I gotta choose artist name. What's up? Wait, what's going on here? That's the name. Why are you not? Ah, well, whatever. Whatever. I think it's like at least a dozen. Let me get back to... yeah, guys. Here's the artwork in the upper left-hand corner. There's the Ajani baseball card. There's the artwork that was stolen from. And here you go. Here you can see. Identical. Exact. The muzzles are identical. The tuft of hair up at the top. Identical. Identical. So, yeah. Yeah. Let's just go ahead and leave that up here too. Why not, right? Why not? So say hello to another lawsuit, right? Because guess what? This artwork isn't anybody who was on this card. So now we got 6 people bare minimum who have been stolen from. Andrew G, reverse image search one of their cards to see if the search finds a match live. I imagine people have been doing that a ton already. So I think if there was anything that was going to show up that easily, that because people are crawling all over this, right? There's tons and tons of people. Oh, Gatherer. Yeah, you know what? Let's see if Gatherer gives me the cards. That's a good suggestion. I forgot Gatherer exists because it's like the worst. Wizards of the Coast official Magic card search engine is trash. Let's see here. Artist. Okay. There it is. And go ahead and search. All right. Well, we've got at least Trouble in Paris, Serene Sooth, Knowledge is Power, Chaos Spirit's Justice, Gala Greeters. Oh, it's showing me standard. That's why. Oh, wait. What's going on here? Why is it only showing me 5? Why isn't it showing me... I hate this stupid software, whatever. Their Gatherer is garbage. Why are you only showing me 5 cards by her? What other limitations are there? She literally did the baseball card, right? So what's the problem here? What's going on? Whatever. Whatever. That's obnoxious. Quill, you think it's important that we be patient and give Dalton the benefit of the doubt she's entitled to? Which, to clarify, is none. Yeah, I mean, bro, I have never seen a more clear-cut case in my life. It's so blatant. She literally left the fucking nub in Buddy's head where the head hose hooked into. And it blows my mind that there are people going, nah, there's no problem here, man. This isn't infringement at all. And it's like, you're not a lawyer and nobody's going to listen to you. You have no idea what you're talking about. It is absolutely, undeniably infringement. Like, for real, for real. If you think it's not, you need to correct your understanding of infringement or make your brain work. Because those are the only 2 options. Moxman, yeah, you know artists are now going to review Magic cards to see if they've stolen art. Yeah, you're right. You're right. This is, like before... This was all self-contained. It didn't really reach outside of Magic. Everybody worked for Wizards in some capacity, but now we have multiple artists working outside that realm, and word is going to spread. Why wouldn't it? So yeah, it's going to, it's totally going to cause people to crawl all over it, not just regular people, but artists as well, to see if they've been robbed and to see if they can get a payday. And I hope Wizards gets hosed hard by this, bro, because they deserve it. They deserve it for their breakneck pace of doing things, for taking advantage of artists, underpaying them, overworking them. They deserve to reap what they've sowed. They built the scenario for this to happen. If they treated their artists well and, well, I mean, did their due diligence on top of that, then this kind of stuff would pretty much be impossible. Be able to like, how would there be any way to know at all? It's like, well, random people figured it out. You're telling me somebody who's dedicated to the job of making sure they're not getting hosed wouldn't be able to like look at the artwork and go, this looks like it's cobbled together from crap. But when Wizards fires a ton of employees, makes 1 billion cards, and do they even have an actual art director anymore? Or does the art director have 17 different jobs? Because the people in charge can't figure out that circular logic isn't a sorcery. Like, it's insane. It's insane. Want to know something funny? Serene Sleuth, which was already cheap as hell, and other cards I heard just dropped in price on the secondary market. Huh. Interesting. Goddard, you sent. I don't have. My Twitter isn't. Oh, it's here. Actually, never mind. I've got it on my phone. I don't have Twitter on all my computers and devices because Twitter is literally the most poisonous garbage social media in existence. Like, Twitter is just awful. And it's gotten worse, man. If you even see something that's of interest to you and you click on it, all the responses are e-whores and other guys just going, click on this and watch this. You won't believe what happened. I don't care. How is this possible? Why are you allowed to spam your stupid crap below everything? Twitter is the worst place on earth to try and have any kind of meaningful conversation or information dialogue, bro. Like, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Faye Dalton, 17 cards, bro. What do we got? We got Knowledge is Power, Serene Sleuth, Trouble in Pairs. Oh, that Garbo Detective token? I hate that token. Chaos Spirit's Justice. Ash. Oh, bro, did she steal Evil Dead artwork from somebody else? Is their fan-made artwork? Oh, bro. Linda, the Kandarian Queen. Zombie token. The whole baseball. She did the whole baseball secret layer. Oh, my God. Oh, God, this is going to be amazing. Holy shit. Oh, and she did all of Liliana's Death's Majesty one, too. Well, the Gravecrawler must just be a trace over Marilyn Monroe because it gave that vibe. But I was like, wow, what a great way to do the vibe of an old pinup with the Gravecrawler. That's pretty cool. I guess it turns out when you're stealing other people's work and you're a fucking talentless hack, it's easy to do that. I can be an artist on Faye Dalton's level. It requires no fucking skill, apparently. Amazing. She has an amazing eye for detail and is known for her vintage style. Oh, can she do anything modern? No, she only does vintage. Jeez, I wonder why. Maybe it's because that's the only place she can steal from and hope nobody notices. This Wizards, no wonder Wizards is so terse, bro. No wonder they're keeping their mouth shut, right? Her Gallag Reader Arts also has some stolen material. Does it? Is that out there too? Is there an image already compiled a la this image? Because if so, drop it in the Discord and I'll pop it up, son. I will pop it up. Someone made the baseball secret layer. It might not be her. I think it's someone's. I know she stole from one person for all 5 cards, and I wouldn't be surprised if she stole from 18 people for each card. Every different stitch on the baseball was stole from somebody else. I can't believe it, man. 5 different artists on one card. It's the tip of the iceberg. And clearly Wizards was told, you have to acknowledge it because it's just going to spread and you need to say something that you got to say something because otherwise every stream, everything else is just going to get spammed with it. You've got to acknowledge it, but you really can't say anything because we don't know and do not admit we've done anything. Just say we have questions and we're not working with this person. Don't admit there's been any infringement because if you do that, anybody who owns any of the artwork can just come to us and sue. Yeah, we're the ones they were talking about who are infringed on. They've already admitted to infringement. So your honor, here's our evidence. Here's the infringement. Here's them admitting they infringed. So being the scumbag dickheads that they are at Wizards of the Coast, they're not going to want to make it right. They're going to want to make it cheap. So they're going to want to find the cheapest way to get out of this scenario. Because it ain't about making it right to anybody. It's just about escaping corporate liability. because Wizards of the Coast is an empty, hollow shell now that is a money generator for Hasbro. So that's why we end up in this situation. Hasbro demands these profits. Wizards has to go at a breakneck pace. You know, the only reason that we're not getting a set in May is because they legit were like, oops, we've got to roll this Aftermath Thunder Junction set into the main Thunder Junction set. And now that means they've got to double the profit from Thunder Junction. And because of that, they're strong arming stores to bamboozle distributors. That's a video that I've got coming. That'll be coming soon. I will lay the facts bare about how nightmarish Thunder Junction is, the damage that's been done to the distribution network, and the underhanded bullshit that Wizards is doing to scare stores into tricking distributors into getting more Thunder Junction. Because that is absolutely the case. And yeah. I've got that tucked in my pocket for another video. Think Faye would sign all 17 of her cards? Oh, shouldn't you get the actual artists to sign the card? You know, shouldn't you go ask Donato and the actual people who did the art to sign the card? Why would you want the signature of somebody who had nothing to do with the artwork, right? Right? That baseball still has the nubs where the hose plug in. That's funny. That's funny. What if Faye isn't even a real person? It's just an AI that hasn't learned not to publish stolen art. That's funny. That's funny. Hold on. Did you just drop that in the Discord? All right, let me take a look for it here. Oh my god, it is! Oh my god, it's another card! Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Oh my god. Oh my god, there's another one. Oh, sweet Lordy McGordy. Right down to the face, man. That's funny. That's funny. Wow. Just wow. There ain't gonna be any room left for me in here. It's just gonna be it's just gonna be infringements everywhere. Holy crap. Oh my god! It's gonna be every card! It's gonna be every single card, isn't it? Like, how back? Does it go back any further than Gallic Readers? Is Gallic Readers the first one, bro? Oh! Can't even, man. Oh, man. Yeah, let's take a look here. Is there anything earlier than Gallic Readers? What do we got? We got... What is this? Oh, bro. Oh my god, I think Gallic Readers is the first one. I think it is. Oh, 2022. Oh, I don't know. Maybe the Undead. Maybe the Undead secret layer. If it's chronological here, then it looks like Gallic Readers would be the fourth card she did. God. This is the real Easter hunt. This is the real Easter hunt. All the Easter eggs of other people's art. Oh, this is truly a Good Friday. Oh. Oh. Nathan Rousseau Super Chat says, can you and Moxman actually dress like Jason Ashiok. Just make up a cosplay like she took all the artwork from Infringement. We let you choose. Can we take a vote? No, I'm not fucking like, bro. You said you send us each fucking $2,000 to buy costumes and for our time and shit. We can talk about that. No, I'm not agreeing to for a fucking $13 super chat that me and Moxman have to get costumes and do whatever kind of sex play you want, bro. I'm not doing that. Other YouTubers might be like that, but not me, son. Not me. That ain't happening. Of course, you gotta have a name. I gotta scroll back up to C2 with the 2 S's, bro. What? Moxman says, time's money. I work 3 to 4 jobs already. And if you want him to work this job, you got to pay him, buddy. You got to pay Moxman to work me, bro. Oh, man, look at this. Look at this. It's not just the pose. Look at the face, guys. Look at the face. Look at the chin. Look at all of it. Like, there's no doubt. There's no doubt. Like, if it was just that, then maybe you might give the benefit of the doubt. But, oh, I'm sorry. What's going on over here? 5 people were stolen from for this? This is also stolen. And you're telling me this isn't because it kind of looks off? I don't think so. Fixer with his cow fixation coming in, just saying Aurochs again and taking the board back. He's not having it. He's not having it. Apparently he wants to throw down and fight. Why would an artist take a chance to copy art and think this day and age they won't get caught? Well, because they didn't get caught at first. That's what emboldens you. That's what I said before, is you do it and nobody notices. So you just think you're going to get away with it forever. And so you're getting money and you're getting praised like you're amazing. Like, yo, that's awesome. You're so good at this. And meanwhile, you're just taking from your betters and like selling off their work, right? Moxman, you wonder if Wizards knew? That's a good question. I mean, if they knew, they wouldn't say anything. They're not going to mention any infringing work that they know about until they get caught. That's Wizards of the Coast style. They're not good people. They don't care about their customers. They care about robbing us blind for Hasbro because everybody at Wizards of the Coast is at the end of a shotgun, right? With Hasbro going, you blink wrong, we'll blow your fucking heads off, right? So they just got to churn money, and it doesn't matter how much damage it does to the company. And this is collateral damage that's absolutely Wizards' fault. Like 100%. This isn't just Faye Dalton's fault. This is Wizards' fault. Because they set everything up in a way that allows for this lazy, crappy, slipshod garbage where now they're just like, they've completely sold out the game. They're like, well, we're going to do 2 Universe Beyond sets every year. And then people are like, yo, I'm worried about the in-world magic. And then you've got lying snakes like Rosewater coming out and be like, I don't know why you're worried about that. We have tons of in-magic worlds coming. And then he just starts naming. We got swimming and tennis and all these, which are just code names for sets going, but that just means they're going to be in the magic world. But look at Markov Manor. It's complete garbage. Thunder Junction comes along and people go, why are there a billion people here with no connected story? And they go, Rosewater goes, oh, it's a theme set. We're doing 1 theme set a year. 1 a year? What was Markov Manor? That was a theme set of the Clue theme, murder mystery theme. You've literally done 2 themes in a row, but you're going, no, Thunder Junction doesn't stick together because it's a theme set, and we're going to do 1 every year. We're going to do an Omen Pass theme set every year where it doesn't have to make sense. Like, he is literally knows they're doing these sets and tells people, nope, don't be worried. Don't be worried. In-world magic's coming. We're going to give you empty worlds that don't mean anything, like Thunder Junction, where we're going to contradict ourselves all over the place. It's uninhabited because we're afraid of what happens if we say it's inhabited, but also it is uninhabited because the cactus people are there and there's a bunch of corpses that they can raise out of nowhere, not in some actual graveyard made by the necromancer, but just out by the trains where nobody would be dead. Because guess what? The railways were built by Capenna workers who came from Capenna. They didn't actually have to work themselves to death to build a railroad. They have all the technology, right? So they would do it easily. It's so stupid. They're selling magic out completely. There's nothing underlying it anymore. It's just, it's nuts. It's nuts. Dark Star says, this is Rosewater punishing us because we hated companions. Can we go back? Can we just go back to those days, man? This is so much worse now, bro. Corey was the tip of the iceberg, son. The tip of the iceberg. It's crazy. Oh, you know what? I forgot about the eggs. All right, let's look at some more random eggs. Chick or egg? I got ripped off for these. I heart Easter. And hop to it. I like that one. Oh, so dusty. I ain't eating any more of these. I decided that. I'm definitely not eating any more of those. Garbage. Hero, they can't pivot in response to like Markov Manor, right? Like if you think they made Markov Manor and then saw a bad reaction to it and were like, let's change Thunder Junction. They work like a year and a half out, bro. Like they design sets a year and a half out. They don't nimbly turn, bro. They turn like a gigantic sea barge, slow as hell. So no. They couldn't change Assassin's Creed in time. They know everybody's gonna hate Assassin's Creed. It's overpriced. It's garbage. There's 7 cards per pack. Like it's complete trash. But they were too long down the production chain to do anything about it. They need like a year and a half. That's one of the reasons this Faye Dalton situation's hilarious, because there's gonna be more artwork in the next year and a half that they already paid for. And now they've got to yank that all out of whatever sets. And if things have already been printed, they're probably talking to the lawyers and going, oh man, like seriously, bro. We got Faye Dalton's artwork in like Bloomborough or whatever. Like, what are we gonna do? Right? It's gonna be interesting to see if we can kind of parse out what's going on under the waters based off of this. Jazz says, I draw and sell copywritten characters. Good money. Apparently, you can have a career as a full-on professional artist doing it. Macias, you think that looking at unglued cards because the set is a broken egg would be good for Easter? Well, guess what, buddy? Guess what? Inside this box that has a Matazu Influencer Award that I got is full set unglued, buddy. I got the whole thing. Bro. That's right, Malik. Gala greeters as well. And more will be coming. Moxman, lol, Metazu. What do you mean, lol, Metazu? Metazu was a very well-designed game that definitely didn't have cheap garbage art, and it was not a cash grab attempt to try and mimic Pokemon, and they definitely weren't focused on NFTs and all that stuff. And I know that because I am a celebrated Metazu influencer. It even says so. Metazu Influencer Medal. This page was originally awarded to a Metazu influencer. That's me. Benefits include being listed on our official social media. Oh, those benefits are gone. Anybody want to buy some Metazu, guys? Anybody want to buy some Metazu? $600 a box. Heavy bags. Heavy bags. Except they're not heavy bags because Metazu sent me that stuff, so I didn't buy Metazu. That game's garbage. What? Ziria, you sent a Discord for fun stuff. That's too vague. That's too vague. I don't know what that means. Dean says, no one listens to the Irish. Don't trust the Fae. That's pretty good. I like that. That's pretty good. So yeah, man, it's absolutely wild. Absolutely wild. You know what? I need a little bit more of my KoolAid. I need some more sugar water to keep going. So in the meantime, I'm gonna drop on you guys the hottest, freshest single that you might not have ever heard before. Enjoy. Don't be a dink. Use my Amazon link. When Hatchet goes for a drink, bookmark that Amazon link. Don't be a bitch. You gotta scratch that itch. Bookmark that Amazon link. I got fucking bills to pay, y'all. Use my Amazon link. This is gonna take some work. Don't be a dink. Use my Amazon link. When Hatchet goes for a drink, bookmark that Amazon link. Don't be a bitch. You gotta scratch that itch. Bookmark that Amazon link. I got fucking bills to pay, y'all. Use my Amazon link. This is gonna take some work. Don't be a dink. Use my Amazon link. When Hatchet goes for a drink, bookmark that Amazon link. Don't be a bitch. You gotta scratch that itch. Bookmark that Amazon link. I got fucking bills to pay, y'all. Bam. All right, there you go. There you go. And just so you know, anything you buy using that Amazon link helps this dink right here, son. So bookmark that Amazon link. Oh. Zeria wished the link worked for the UK. Yeah, UK, Canada, no, it's gotta be Amazon.com, son. .com. Vash, download it and make it a ringtone. Do it. Do it. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Robert says, hey man, thanks for getting this art issue out there. I'm friends with Donato and Brian. I'm not gonna say his last name because I'll butcher it. And they have spoken to a lot of artists and they all agree AI art and computer generated art is garbage. Garbage. I like the hand painted stuff. I like the real artwork. Although I will admit that people can make nice pieces of art like using digital medium as well. So whatever, just because somebody chooses to not actually do it in the physical media, I don't judge them negatively for that. I think AI art is a total trash ripoff that skis an artist super hard, definitely. But just if you got like one of those actual pads, like there's artists out there drawing that stuff for real, so you can definitely do legit art that way. Nathan, KoolAid and what? It's just KoolAid. It's just KoolAid. I don't drink like at all, like no booze, no booze. I do like 3 letters. What order do they go in? CHT? Something like that? Something like that. I like them 3 letters, you know? Favorite color's green, maybe? Sometimes it's purple, but, you know, purple and green together. Put those 3 letters together, what do you get? Good time. That's what you get. But yeah, I don't drink. Ain't for me. Ain't for me. Last time I drank, actually, you know how in my intro for my videos, I go, my bones hurt? I said that. I remember the last time that I drank, I got the booze and I'm like, yeah, we're going to party tonight, Carly. And then I had 2 drinks and I laid in the bed and went, my bones hurt. And just laid in bed. Malik, I'm not interested in like random people's accusations of AI art because it's meaningless now. Everybody who feels there's anything off about any piece of artwork is accusing it of being AI art. I'm seeing it everywhere in the magic world. Like every single piece of art is being called AI because somebody goes, I don't trust this one detail about it. But most pieces of art have some flaws because they were made by a person. So I'm not of the mind, that's AI, that's AI, that's AI, that's AI. It's like, it's meaningless now. It's everybody's yelling wolf. Like they're pointing at fucking vases. That's a wolf. No, bro, that's what flower is going. Oh, look, your dinner is a wolf. That's my dinner. You know, like that's what it feels like. So my eyes kind of like glaze over when I start reading a comment and someone starts talking about AI art. I'm like, may as well move on to the next comment because this person thinks that they see AI art, but there's no like. Here's when I believe it's AI art. When you go, yo, bro, take a look at that mangled hand with like the 3 fingers melded together. Take a look at the fact that these 2 table legs are completely different on this table and the TV's missing knobs. Like you have to have actual genuine evidence, not just I have an itch that makes me say this, because it's like the same way that when you hear about some new concept, all of a sudden you'll notice it in the world. That's exactly what's going on, right? Like it's just you're more aware of the concept existing and your brain is just applying it to places that it's not applicable to. Are there some people probably sneaking in a bit of AI art here and there? Probably. With Wizards and the way they have things set up, yes. But I think it's really unfair to Magic artists to default to it being AI without solid evidence. For me, Magic artwork is a huge part of the game. Like it's massive. Magic art is what got me into the game. You know what? Let's take it to a positive note here and talk about the Magic art that got me into the game. Let me grab the card that did it. All right. Give me a second here, and we'll take a nice moment to talk about how important Magic art is, how important Magic artists are, and how they're the reason that I'm here today. And if it wasn't for them, are you kidding me? The artwork that was in like the D&D books and all that kind of stuff, absolutely amazing. An entire story in one image. And Magic artwork's the same way. I'm going to show you a completely awful Magic card that totally is one of my favorites because it's what got me into the game, bro. I'll even show you the exact edition that got me into the game. Hold up. Okay, so boom, boom, and there we go. That should do it. Feast your eyes on Personal Incarnation. Look at it. Look at how bad it is. 3 white and 3 for a 6/6, right? And caster can redirect any amount of damage that's done to the Personal Incarnation to himself instead. The source of the damage remains the same. If Personal Incarnation goes to the graveyard, the person who owns it loses half their life. You lose half your life. It's awful. It's awful from a play perspective, right? Like it's complete garbage from a play perspective. But from a flavor perspective, bro, are you kidding me? Look at that wizard standing on the hill. That's a magical avatar projected from his own essence. It's a being made of pure will. And it's a giant hulking warrior that's laying waste to everybody. It's so epic. Like this is such cool flavor, man. So this drew me right in. I was making fun of my friends for playing Magic until I saw this card. And I was just like, whoa, what is this? And I read it and I was like, whoa, you can like redirect damage to yourself. Like what? This guy's linked to your soul. This is so cool, man. So cool, right? And also, when I was like, this was when I was in high school and I had grown to my full size. Once I grew up to being 6 foot tall, the bullies really didn't want to fuck with me that much. But before then, the bullies did want to fuck with me because I was small. So I remember being like, bro, how awesome would it be to summon up this big incarnation and just be like, I ain't tiny. I've got a giant will that will crush you. Like, that's really epic, man. That is really epic. So that's what got me into Magic. I went, bro, and still to this day, I'll just sit there and stare at a card in the artwork and everything and go, this is incredible. This is incredible. You know, you got like stellar artists out there, like Seb McKinnon. Amazing. So good. Like Richard Kane Ferguson, my absolute favorite Magic artist of all time. Like there's so many greats who do incredible artwork. Johannes Voss, man. Oh, bro, that secret layer he did with the priest and the angel, the emotion behind it, writing his own poems. Boy, I love creative souls and what they bring to the world, you know? Ziria, you got PTSD, you never got bullied, but yet everyone telling you they smashed your sister, which was probably true. Bro, Discord me your sister's number, right? don't tell my wife, but give me them digits, bro. I want to be like all the bullies too, but I want it to be like, I don't want to be a liar. So before I tell you that I've plowed your sister, I got to do the deed, right? I got What's the black card that all it is two slitted eyes on a black background? That's Word of Command. And Word of Command is a pretty cool card. The artwork obviously is, I had no problem with it. Just two eyes out of the dark and a word uttered and you're under their sway. Bam, like that, right? Funny that you bring that up because the dude responsible for that artwork was the art director of Magic back in the day, and he has been decrying the downfall of Wizards of the Coast and talking about how they're just a gigantic, greedy, whorish company now. And yeah, I mean, it's pretty wild. Seeing the original art director go, this company is a soulless husk. All the stuff we talked about never doing because it would be robbing the customer base and taking advantage of people with addictive personalities, they're doing all of it now. So, gotta respect the man for stepping up and going like this to them. Because that's what Wizards deserves. They're greedy scumbags at this point, bro. They keep cranking the prices with no justification other than they want more money for Hasbro. They're not putting in more work. They're putting in less work. And they're playing all these games to manipulate everything behind the scenes. They don't release the products regularly. They try and, let's choke off the supply at first to make it seem like there's more demand, and we'll artificially make it scarce. And this crap they did with the play boosters where they're like, everybody loves the play boosters. Oh, do they? Or did you just stop giving stores draft boosters and force people's hand into buying play boosters because otherwise they'd have to wait weeks? Is that it? Like, you intentionally did all this shit. There's so much underhanded shit that Wizards pulls, and the stuff they pulled with the fucking D&D players where they were just like, yo, we're changing the open gaming license, right? And then they got all angry. They're not going along with it. They're an obstacle to us getting their money. And it's like, what is wrong with you people? And then they go, look, you guys are upset about us changing the OGL, but we have to change it because we have to stop hate mongers and racists and stuff. And that's why we have to change it, because we have to stop those people. And then when the D&D community went, fuck your mother, you greedy whores, are canceling our shit. My whole group is canceling their shit. Because that's what happens with the D&D players. You don't just piss off one. Like, Magic players are individual. One guy might be like, I'm done. And then the other guy's like, oh, it sucks you're not coming and hanging out, but they keep playing. D&D? Nah, son. Oh, no, Billy's pissed off about, they're doing what? Fuck them, man. So yeah, everybody just bands together because that's what D&D's about, banding together against evil. So then Wizards back down and go, you guys won. We rolled a critical failure on this one, guys. So we're just making it all available and we're not changing nothing. And thanks for teaching us a lesson. We really value this. And then, instead of coming up with a plan to deal with the hate mongers that they said were such a big problem that we had to deal with, oh, that's right, they did nothing. And they went on a fucking apology tour where people who were willing to give them a friendly ear came on and they went, the only reason we did this is because Facebook is stealing all our stuff. Yeah, that's why you did it, you lying scuzzbags. And also, interesting you're talking about Facebook. Let's just walk it back. You told us that there were a bunch of hate mongers, right? Making hateful content. Do you have any of that to show us? Or you know what? Forget it. You don't have to show us. I'll take you at your word. But what I'd love to see is your plan to address this hatred that you thought was such a big problem that you needed to create the OGL. Clearly, if it wasn't about the money and hosing the players and it was about stopping these hate mongers, you have another plan to deal with the hate, right? You're certainly not just going to shut your mouth and walk away because you don't give a fuck if people make hateful shit with your stuff at all. You don't care. You don't care, right? Or maybe it was all a lie and that doesn't actually exist. Maybe trying to trot out the boogeyman of going, but there's a bigot out there and we got to stop him. Come on, rally behind us. We'll stop the hate mongers, you guys, right? We got to give us your money. Stop them hate mongers. We own what you make. Fuck you. Like, the crazy shit. We've changed the OGL, and like, here's how it works. If you see something that we made and you think that you made it, you have to prove that you made it and that we knew you made it. And since you can't do that, fuck you. Also, you have to prove that in a particular court in a particular part of America. That's what you agree to. It's like, what? Yeah, you have to go into like arbitration or whatever in this one court here specifically. That's what you're agreeing to. And we're the final arbiters of whether we actually took your idea or not. So you say you did it, and we say that we didn't. And unless you can prove that we said we did, we don't have to do anything for you. Like, they're fucking scum. They are fucking scumbags that want to fucking rob us, bro. They would come to your house and pull your mother's fucking teeth out of her head for $1 if they legally could. They would let your mother die on the street for a nickel for Hasbro's fucking pocket. And that's not even exaggeration. That's straight up fucking reality, right? They're not good people. They espouse these ideals to us in North America and go, we believe in this, this, and this. And any country that doesn't, we go, we don't either. We won't even post that on our website for your people. Are you in a part of the world where the government says whatever? Well, guess what? We'll totally just roll with that. What are you doing here? Oh, you hate them? Yeah, well, we don't have any of that in our game. Oh, really? Really? You fucking lying scum. Drives me crazy, man. Drives me crazy. So yeah, obviously, I would love for Magic to be fully healthy and not full of this scummy bullshit. I would love for everything to just be normal so we could just enjoy the game. But since I can't have that, I am going to take sadistic delight in watching Wizards get hosed. I hope that they get hosed so hard by this, because they deserve it. They're lazy, greedy, arrogant, entitled, and it spills into everything they do. That's what happened with Arena. The arrogant bastards created Arena and went, this is where everything happens now. Paper Magic doesn't really mean anything for professional tournaments or none of that. Everybody come on to Arena. LGSs will cut you out of the cycle if you don't give us all your... The pandemic comes like, all your guys have to register on Arena. Everybody has to be on Arena. Only Arena counts. Hey, we'll know your name, Arena. It's going to be the premier place for pro play. Oh yeah, how's that work? We're going to handpick people. Oh, I thought it was going to be pros, like the people who are good at the game. Well, here's the thing. They don't look right. So we don't get the right optics. So we're just going to pick them. We're just going to pick people and randomly jam in there and give you no path into the pro tour. It's aspirational. No, aspirational is something people can join, you fucking clowns. I have to admit, it was hilarious when they were like, yo, let's pick this lady as a diversity pick because check it out. She has like, oh, she has the nice exotic skin color, and guess what? She's into other chicks. And then they're like, wait, did you not read her Twitter before you brought her on here? Bro, she's saying the most hateful things about guys who love other guys. What? Yeah, she also hates mentally disabled babies. What? And we put her into our pro rival league thing? Uh-huh. What? Why don't we read anything? Oh, well, I mean, I just looked at her name and her little bio picture. She had the right flag in there and stuff. So I was like, you're in. You're exactly what we... Oh, but what? It was insane. It was insane. Dark Star Super Chat says, watch Wizards just give up and go full artless. No, they'll go full AI. That's where it's going to end up. That's where it's going to end up. So yeah, man, it's ridiculous. It is, Magic's in such a ridiculous state right now. It's crazy. Fixer, don't even try and bring up the sauce debate. The sauce debate was handled earlier today. We're not spilling that into this. You sauce degenerates know your place. Oh, so yeah, man, it's the wildest timeline for Magic the Gathering, for sure. Draw your own cards. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Wizards of the Coast is such a fucking joke now, man. They're such a joke. They just say whatever bullshit they think that we'll fucking believe. That's it. Just lie to you. They start Arena. Guess what? The developer they brought in for Arena is like, Arena will cost more because it's Magic. Like, he's already just been brought into the company and he's already gotten into this mentality. Wizards of the Coast takes advantage of people who love D&D and Magic and go, you can work for the company that makes that. And then they drain them of all of their fucking passion and use them up and cast them aside because these people watch from the inside how the fucking hot dogs are made and realize the company don't give a shit about them or anything. And nothing they do fucking matters. You're just going to sit there and watch what you love die from the inside. That's brutal. And be underpaid to do it. Wizards pays less because of the honor for working for Wizards of the Coast. For real. They leverage that shit. It's so scuzzy. Well, it's the fact you get to work for us. You're a fucking clown shoe company, bro. You're a bunch of scumbag ripoff artists. Fuck all of you. And Mark Rosewater's just a mouthpiece now. I used to respect him, and now I know he will just spew whatever corporate lies he has to, and I think that he might have been Stockholm syndromed and not realize how ridiculous he appears from the outside with the shit that he says. It's insane. Yeah, Robert, correct. Midjourney is being sued by tons and tons of Magic artists because they trained their AI on it. Yeah, ran a train on the artist is more like it, right? Ziria, when they previewed Thunder Junction, you got irrationally annoyed when they mentioned making something simpler so it worked on Arena better. They've been doing that for like 4 or 5 years now. They've literally, they changed a whole bunch of things. They changed the Johnny's Pridemate to an automatic trigger because the May trigger was troublesome for Arena. Yeah, a bunch of the game design has changed around Arena now. And it's also power crept to an insane degree. Like everything is super, super powered. And Thunder Junction is a really obnoxious set to me. It's just a commander set. Like, it's just, let's see how many legendaries we can shove in here, and we're supposed to just be excited about it. But Wizards refuse to make the world function. There's logically no reason for anybody to wear cowboy hats, dusters, or to use the weaponry. So all of the elements that make it a cowboy Western world, there's actually no justification for. They spent zero time making it thematically work. So there's nothing to tie together the disparate parts, right? That's what it is. That's what it is. Like, they put out story spotlight cards, and here's a story spotlight card. It's just Annie Flash with her weapon. Okay, what's happening here? What part of the story is this? Well, we can't tell you because it's a spree card, and we just had to put a ton of abilities on the card. Story spotlights that don't highlight anything. The trailer for Thunder Junction is garbage, bro. At one point, Tiny Bones is moving in like 5 frames, and you can see 5 frames per second, and you can see the edges all around him. Kellen shoved in there because he was never originally supposed to be part of the set. It was supposed to be Annie Flash versus Vraska with Oko kind of hanging out too. And the trailer has this guy throwing an axe at Oko, and they're so desperate to be like, we have gunplay and whatever, but not really. So they have Oko whip his hand from his hip where the gun would be and go, bam! And like snap out vines, but they do it with a gunshot sound to make the vines move so fast you can't really see them. So you think, wow, he shot from the hip, but nope. It's all garbage. It's all garbage. They don't deserve any money for this fucking trash. Magic is more expensive than it's ever been, and the card quality is worse than it's ever been. So that fucking, the worthless dickhead in charge of Hasbro can have $9 million. That's why. That's why. Our game is dog shit now, so some worthless piece of fucking garbage can have more money. That's it. That's it. Fuck you. Fuck me. Fuck everybody. Get money for the shareholders and for the C-suite. That's all that matters. It's incredibly frustrating to watch something that you love so much get treated this way. Bro, I'm not going to fucking pretend like I don't have too much of a connection to Magic, because look at how much I get upset about this stuff. Nothing fucking troubles me more than this shit, which is ridiculous. Wasn't he the head of Wizards before he took this job? Yeah, he was. And he milked Wizards and fucking and wrangled it dry, and then he tricked the fucking people at Hasbro into thinking that he's a fucking rainmaker and he's going to be able to continue to give them endless profits from Magic. But the truth is, he's hollowed this fucker out, right? And there's no stability anymore, right? So before it was like a fucking pyramid. Now it's like an inverted pyramid where it's all on this tip and bam, it's going to crash, man. The game's fucked. It's fucked. There's no fixing it at this point because Hasbro keeps demanding money and they don't give a shit if it dies. It doesn't matter how many lower level employees at Wizards of the Coast want Magic to succeed or survive. That's fucking irrelevant because they'll march to the drummer's tune or they'll have their fucking heads cut off and they'll be replaced. That's it. They're operating with less employees than ever, doing a worse job than ever, and expecting more money than ever. Like, Thunder Junction has to produce a crazy amount of profit. They have no choice. Those arrogant dickheads thought that Aftermath was going to do well. They build it. We have a recommitment to the lore. Aftermath is a lore set. Is it? Because it really looks like you just carved off part of a main set and tried to sell it as a separate set and 5-card boosters in a very unsatisfying way. No, it's a big story follow-up. It doesn't feel like it. Where's the story elements? And then they say that's what the Thunder Junction thing was going to be. Oh, guys, like they're going to score what's in the vault. And then the next set will be about what was in the vault. And then you read the story and what's in the vault is a space baby. And that's it. Get excited. It's a Fomori space baby. Who cares? Who cares? The Fomori are some bullshit you made up recently and you can't write good lore anymore. So whatever this is won't have probably any conclusion, and if it has a conclusion, it sure as fuck won't be satisfying, right? So yeah, I think Wizards is just abandoning the customers they already had in an attempt to catch the new generation of TikTok shorts viewing kids who don't need internal story coherence and just need random moments. Cool! And they just focus for like 15 seconds or something, because there's no logical reason to create a dumb world like Thunder Junction where, like, I don't understand the people who are excited about it. I don't. It's cool, whatever. I'm not saying you shouldn't be, but I don't get it because there's no internal coherence and it's just random stupidity. Like, it's just dumb. Hey, here's that guy you know with a hat on. Okay, why is he wearing the hat and why is he here? Just shut up and get excited about it. Pew, 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 pew. Get excited, stupid. Look at, he's got one of these blasters. Googa, dooga, dooga, dooga. Thunder blaster. Dooga, I'll thunder blast your mom's butt, buddy. It's like, yeah, so like they've got all these cards from the big score vault that they put into the Thunder Junction set, and it's all like, check out these legendary swords. There's no flavor, there's no story to it. No, these cards have so many abilities, there's no room for text. So we were going to be given a story set that wasn't a story at all. Just look at all the items that were in the vault. Why weren't they there in the written story? What is this? What is this? Why did Jace have to be Ashiok? Nothing makes any sense. It's random and unsatisfying. It's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. Nah, Fixer, they're never going to scale back, bro. Hasbro won't allow it. It doesn't matter. Hasbro will let the game be completely destroyed before they will allow a slowing of the pace. That's not allowed. Like, I don't think everybody gets this. Hasbro is a dying old man, and the only one who can bring him his bottles of oxygen is Wizards of the Coast. And if Wizards of the Coast doesn't bring him bottles of oxygen, he'll shoot them in the face. That's it. That's the entire equation. So Wizards of the Coast has to get the bottles of oxygen, our money, at all costs, because their entire survival depends on it. And the old man's not going to go, oh, well, I need a certain level of oxygen to keep going, but I'll just accept less oxygen, right? So that's it. That's it. Like, Magic's going to be destroyed by Hasbro. That's what's going to happen. It's already happening. They've already cored it out. Magic's fucking doomed. There is no glory story here at the end. There's just going to be the handful of us who are left to pick up the pieces, really. Like, just staring at the corpse of this thing. You know, I'll be there with like 8 other people who couldn't give up on it, even though it just aggravated the crap out of them. It still means too much to them, so they can't walk away. And there'll be like 8 of us, you know? Like, bleak. Hey, David, I'll super chat. My bones hurt. My heart hurts. Thanks for the super chat, buddy. Do I have I don't know what the timeline is. I couldn't tell you, because the thing is, what they're doing now is so absurdly insane that I have no real way to gauge it, right? Like, they had really good success with Lord of the Rings in terms of making $200 million worth of sales, but they also had to pay a lot of licensing fees. And even that didn't do enough of a dent into all the money they lost on their entertainment, like E1 and all that stuff. So, like, I can't give you a timeline. I don't know. I think 5 years is too early though, right? They still have multiple Marvel franchises that they're gonna push out, and oh god, it's gonna get ugly. It's gonna get really ugly. But I don't know how much money they can milk from Johnny Come Onceleys, which is what I call the people who go, cool, I want that, and then bounce out. Because the people who are jumping in for something like Warhammer 40K, they're not interested in your Fortnite Secret Lair. They're not interested in your Markov Manor set, right? Markov Manor completely destroyed the distributor-store relationship that previously existed. For real. For real. Markov Manor has done an incredible amount of damage. Like it went off like an A-bomb, for real. Fundamentally altering the relationship between a lot of distributors and Wizards of the Coast and distributors and stores. And Wizards is trying to fix that, not through making better products, but by bamboozling distributors by strong-arming stores. That is, again, a video that I will have coming because that's what's going on. It's crazy. Doomblade's membership message says, wish the baby in the vault was the child of Alara so it could destroy the entire plane so we don't have to witness this crap. What do we do now? Well, underneath it all, you can still totally enjoy playing Magic. I have been playing Magic like every day on Arena. And I was going to go play Magic today in person, but the LGS was closed because it's Good Friday. So you can still play physical Magic. You don't have to buy actual Magic cards ever again if you don't want to. Proxies are a perfectly legitimate way to play the game. And if you're interested in proxies, I might just be putting out a video real soon where I actually look at a whole pile of new era proxies that you can either get in boosters or individually. And I might even have a discount code that you can use if you want to get some, right? Everybody makes their own personal choices, but I used to be anti-proxy, right? I used to be like, I only want to own real Magic cards. I don't want to have proxies. I'm not interested in playing with proxies, but oh no, what's this? Is this a whole pile of proxy Magic cards and stuff? Oh, where did these come from? Oh, has my position changed? Has my position on Magic changed? And now I'm like, game pieces, whatever. Enjoy yourself. Who cares? Don't worry about it. Support companies that deserve it. And don't worry, Wizards is totally fine with these. Remember that. You know how we know? Let me show you the evidence, friends. Let me show you the proof that Wizards of the Coast is totally fine with this. It's called the biggest scam they ever came up with. Magic 30. This is the real deal, by the way. These are the boxes that Wizards wanted to sell for $1,000 a piece. The card quality on these cards, abysmal. The edges of them, like these came out all banged up along the edges. And look at the back. Oh, that's not a real Magic card. Huh. Weird. What? Wow, let's see if there's, oh, no, that's not the one. Is it this one? Huh. Look at that. Look at how similar they look. Look at that. Isn't that crazy? You know what's even crazier? Proxy's better quality. It's better quality. So, like, for real, this is Wizards saying, you don't need real Magic cards to play with, right? This is an officially made card where they're like, well, they're not tournament legal, so we didn't violate the reserve list. They wanted us to pay $1,000 for official legal proxies. They got it in their head that they could pull that shit on us, right? And that backfired in their face because it made a lot of people who treat Magic cards like they're these special sacred things wake up and go, oh, the companies just explained that they're not. Once upon a time, they might have been, but they're not anymore. The company has no respect for the product and no respect for the customer base. And they clearly expect you to play with these because when they made this product, they said it was a collector's product, but they increased the amount of dual lands in it, right? There's more than average dual lands in here and more than average Sol Rings. The most playable kind of cards. Interesting. I wonder why they would do that. I wonder if it was to tempt Commander players. What do Commander players use a lot of? Sol Rings. What else? Oh yeah, dual lands. So this was an attempt to sell legit proxies to Commander players. And guess what? Wizards has decided Commander is the main format of Magic, and great news. The only time you need to have real Magic cards, genuine Magic cards, is when you play in officially sanctioned events. And guess what? Most Commander events are super casual. So why do you need official Magic cards anymore? I'm not going to pretend like I still don't want regular Magic cards for real, but proxies have made their way in. I am not a only proxy man. But I used to be no proxies. I only want real Magic cards. You can play with proxies if you want, because I'm not here to stop you from having access to the game pieces, but I want the real deal. Now, I would love to have the real deal, but I ain't gonna wait. I'm just gonna enjoy myself and get whatever the fuck I want, son. Doomblade says, plus the proxies have a blue core. I don't think these do, so I'm not gonna say that. And I'm not interested in counterfeits. I'm not interested in Magic cards that are one-to-one creations. Somebody actually sent me some proxies that were straight up counterfeits. Like, I flipped them over and wrote fake on the back of them to make sure that they would not end up in people's like hands, bro. Because I'm not cool with that. You need something on the back of cards, right? That's what I did. I took all the counterfeits and I wrote fake on the back of it. That way, if somehow my cards end up in somebody else's hands, there's no chance of anything that's not legit getting sold to somebody. I'm not interested in being part of scamming, right? So I'm not looking for a perfect one-to-one. I'm looking for something that looks like on the front as the Magic card. That's good enough for me. That's a proxy. If you get a counterfeit, that's a different thing. That's a completely different beast, and I do not advocate for that. Dark Star Wizards, we're going to make a new modern product, but we'll put commander decks with it because, just wait. Just wait till we go down the commander deck Modern Horizons rabbit hole. I got a surprise for you. I got a surprise for you on that note. So yeah, I mean, I didn't buy these proxies, to be clear. I was sent these proxies by a proxy company that then said, thanks for looking at our proxies. Here's a gift certificate for more proxies if you want them. And I never used it until Magic 30 came along. And then I got some proxies, but I still hadn't gotten to the point where I was willing to put proxies in my cube or whatever. But I'm there now. It's very clear with what Wizards is doing with the ever spiraling prices. It's reached the point where I can't even afford booster boxes. And I'm disappointed that I can't get all the Magic I want. But at the same time, the product they're making is so jank that I don't feel that bad about it. I don't feel bad that I can't get super gritty cards that make it feel like I'm having my mouth spat in, you know? Doomblade, counterfeit for cardboard, imagine. Bro, counterfeits are a genuine, like, fucking legal issue, though. For real. That's a real thing. That's a real thing. People fucking, like, there are people who have been fucked over by this. People who aren't very smart. I've seen it. They come to the tournaments, and I can see that's a fake. I'm like, that's a fake right there. Your fetch is a fake, bro. Like, my friends come to me and go, bro, I feel like these are fake. Can you double check for me? And, like, sometimes I'm like, I can see from across the fucking room that's fake, son. I can't even believe you have to ask me. But then I tell them, yo, those are fakes. You can't use those in official tournaments. They're not fake. Bro, that's a fucking fake. That's a fake, 100%. Like, there's no, this isn't up for discussion. That's a fucking fake. You're not allowed to use fakes here in official tournaments. So, can't use those, bro. Can't. No, I bought it from this store. Oh, you mean the store was run by that fucking cokehead degenerate? Oh, yeah. No, you got robbed. You got robbed. He's a dumb druggie who's stolen from a bunch of people that work with him, and his employees are scumbags who will literally turn around, they'll have a real card in the display case, and then they'll pull a fake one out of their pocket and sell it to you, right? I've heard all kinds of stories about that place where this lady goes in to get a Titan, and they charged her the fucking masterpiece price and gave her a regular one. They charged her the masterpiece price, like $120. For like a $20 card. So yeah, I'm not okay with counterfeit versions of these cards existing because not everybody is either smart enough or just knows Magic well enough to not get caught by them. And with Wizards having abdicated responsibility for card quality, the card quality is so rampantly variant that it's very difficult for somebody who doesn't have decades of experience with cards to know counterfeits that well, right? Like, some of the counterfeits I've seen are fucking astoundingly good, where I was like, wow, you could rob people with these easily. My buddy Phil, who's been playing almost as long as me, got tricked with fake dual lands. And now he's afraid to sell them because he doesn't know which ones are real and which ones are fake. It's crazy. And he's been playing forever, right? Like, It's this wild scenario. I mean, I got to go help him and take a look at those so we can parse out which ones actually are. Because I just recently found that out. And he hasn't had the cards around since then. So I will help him figure that out, because that's brutal. So I'm absolutely anti-counterfeit, but 100% pro proxy, right? It's right there in the name, pro-Z, proxy. That didn't really work very well. Fixer, you picked up a card on TCG and it seemed fake. It can happen. Real cards can seem fake now by Wizard standards, the way they make shit too. Zeri, you're not stable on the whole beveled edges thing. Well, there's only one set that has no beveled edges, and lucky for you, it's actually revised. So take a look at the outer fucking edge of the personal incarnation. Actually, I guess take a look inside. Hold on, let me move it over here. Okay, so right here on the inside, around the border of the artwork, you'll notice that the border has two lines that give it a kind of dimension that slope inwards. Almost like it's a little, like little slides leading down into the box, right? That beveling is missing from the outer part. So that's one of the easiest ways to tell revised cards from unlimited. Revised is the only set that's missing the beveled edges on the outer edges. So the outer edges of this card should match the inner edges of the card. Yeah, Derpy, you are correct. Unlimited, it has far more saturated artwork where the colors are richer, but that isn't as discernible to some people. Once you know the beveled edge thing, it's undeniable. That is like, that automatically defines that you're dealing with revised, right? So telling people like 5th edition is glossier and telling them that like, or 4th edition is glossier and that the like unlimited is more saturated, it's not sufficient. That's not enough for people who don't have enough knowledge to really be able to determine what set of card is from. So yeah, the beveled edges is legit just revised. Man, I have an absurd amount of useless knowledge about a card game. How lucky is it that a place came along like YouTube where it's like, wow, your niche knowledge of a hobby card game is actually extremely useful in this one particular avenue. Darkstar, I don't like white borders either, buddy. I mean, that's like, we had the revised stuff. I know people in the current era who are new go, wow, white borders, but they don't understand that always meant you had the poor people version. You got your crap bag chronicles version, and you're like, I'm in the peasant class. Gaga, you have a page in your binder with unlimited next to revised to show people? Yep, that works. A side-by-side comparison is extremely useful. Will any other company buy Wizards once Hasbro runs it into the ground? I mean, Hasbro might try and sell it off to somebody, but you got to understand that that's not going to make a better scenario. Like, guys, I don't like being the dark cloud of doom, but you've got to look at reality. There's no scenario where Hasbro runs this into a ground and another company goes, I'm going to buy it and treat it gently. They're going to go, I don't think that you beat enough money out of this dead horse. Now I'm going to wail on it harder with my belt. Because it has to pay for the investment. And if Hasbro's selling it off, they think there's no way to get any more money out of it, right? Nobody's going to come along and breathe life into it and treat it well, bro. That's not how it works. That's the sad truth about corporate America. Whoever buys it is going to treat it worse and just see what they can grab out of it for a quick buck and then just let it collapse. That's how it's going to go. That's how it's going to go. Oh, I wish that I had a more positive outlook, but I can't see any other path, man. I can't see any other path than Hasbro just keep the oxygen tanks coming. And then I've sold you off to somebody else who shows up. I need twice as many oxygen tanks from you. I can't do that. Shut up. We're firing 40% of the workforce. You're all going to work harder. And then those people will work hard for a bit and then quit their burnout. And it's going to all fall apart even further. That's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. But we're nowhere near that level. Bro, they haven't even taken their second run at the reserve list. That's going to happen again. Anybody who thinks it doesn't is delusional. Like, or probably sitting on a bunch of reserve list cards and can't handle the emotional response it gives to find out that Wizards is absolutely coming for the whole reserve list. And this concept that these cards are going to keep this value because the reserve list is absolutely false. Especially since a bunch of the reserve list cards aren't good cards. So, yeah. The reserve list is 100% on the menu. Wizards thought they were going to be able to sell it to us for $1,000. That's what they thought. They haven't given up on it. They've just doing other things in the meantime, hoping we'll forget. And they've already done the counterspell thing that they did a while back. Remember the counterspell secret lair thing? We're like, hey, check it out. It's like a playtest card. No, it's not. Playtest cards didn't look like this. You just printed the original alpha art in a smaller white border and put a stupid fucking hollow stamp on the bottom with, this is a playtest card. But really, it's a Trojan horse for the whole, oh, we already did this before. We did this with the counterspell. What are you talking about? Why are you acting like this, right? Remember that really weird announcement where they went, can't play with this card. You can't play with this card, but it's cool, isn't it? It's cool, it's cool, it's cool. Can't play with it. It's cool. Can't play with it. And that was the whole announcement. That's the Trojan horse, son. Like, it's coming. It's coming. Is there a similar value problem like the whole retro gaming stuff? I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know exactly how much, but I absolutely believe there's market manipulation. Well, I mean, I know for a fact there's market manipulation. Good Lord. There's like, guys, there's groups that operate in the shadows that just map out boxes of all kinds of tons of sets, right? They basically skis you on the packs. They map out the boxes. There's software out there for every single Magic set from at least Return to Ravnica onwards. So for the last X years, there's secret groups that have access to software that tells them what's in every booster pack. And the software functions. I know this because I got to use it. There was a brief period of time where you could actually acquire this software legally through app stores and stuff. And they did absolutely work with astounding clarity, essentially. You just had to open X number of packs of the box to feed the information in so that it could map the rest of the box. And you had to open them on different tracks. So it would need information from A, B, C, and D tracks, right? You feed that in, and then it could tell you, yo, this pack has this mythic rare, and in sets like Dragon's Maze, where certain packs would have an extra shockland included, it could tell you which pack had the extra shocklands in it. So the box mappers went underground when Wizards came after the apps, but they still operate. So you've got that going on. Plus, you have people who have inside access to Wizards of the Coast and know about new formats that are being declared, new cards that are coming out. I know this because Rogue Deck Builder has a fucking inside connection. I don't. But Rogue Deck Builder does have an inside connection to one of these groups. And it's undeniable because he fucking you know Pioneer? I announced Pioneer before Pioneer was announced because Rogue contacted me. He was like, bro, they're going to do this format called fucking Pioneer. Do you want to like do a live stream talking about it? And we went through it. And like a day after, or like 2 days later, the format's announced. But guess what? 2 weeks before the format was announced, all the important singles that were going to define the format, all snatched up off the market. They're all spiked. They're all gone. Like, for real, man. Magic the Gathering got a lot of money moving behind the scenes and a lot of stuff. Like, I get information from a whole bunch of different sources, but I don't have much in the way of inside sources. I've got a little bit here and there, and I never reveal who they are because that's how it operates, you know? When they're like, yo, we're going to tell you this. Please don't tell anybody. And for the love of God, don't show anybody these pictures because Wizards will abso-fucking-lutely know it was me. So I have some pictures that I'm not supposed to have of shit that was never actually officially released, but is absolutely fucking genuine. So it's like people are like, yo, he talks out his ass and makes shit up. And it's like, I I've got a number of different sources. I don't need to make shit up. But also, I'm not gonna give you concrete nothing because I ain't selling anybody out. I ain't, oh yeah, you like Wizards, go get them. No, that's fine. That's fine. I'm fine with people thinking they can say he doesn't know that. What? That's cool. That's cool, bro. But yeah, I wish more people fed me underground secret information. That'd be dope. But you know, bit by bit, I build my network. 30 years is a pretty good run for anything. You're not wrong. You're not wrong, Blind. You ain't blind on this one. Mackenzie's super chat says there's a new format every 10 years. Well, do they need to do that anymore? Now that they've forced rotation into everything, do they need to do that anymore? Modern was supposed to be a non-rotating format, but Wizards won't let you have a non-rotating format anymore. They're not willing, like Commander, they're not even willing to let that be a non-rotating format. Why do you think they print 1 billion things for Commander in every set? They're forcing rotation and change up into everything. That's how it works now. Doomblade stealing the board with the super chat and saying, I'm going to at least bring a little positivity. Monster Hunter Wilds just got a leak and it's supposed to be super open world, and a lot of the kaiju monsters are coming back. Been in dev since 2019. Monster Hunter has some really dope flavor, bro. So that's sweet. That's sweet. Goddard, you just found the Liliana Archie stole? What? All right. Man, we'll have to see how deep this rabbit hole goes. We might have to do a compilation of everything. That's nuts. All right, Doomblade. You're loading that board, son. Pinko, how do you tell a fake card? Well, it depends. There's a whole bunch of different factors, right? Obviously, there's the visual inspection of it. You do a visual inspection, light test, fucking green dot test. Actually, since we're speaking about tests, the one test you guys don't do, you might have fucking heard this. Don't do this. Don't do this. Don't do the fucking bend test, okay? The bend test is people say this is how you fucking check for authentic Magic cards, but there's a huge miscommunication about that. First of all, it affects the structural integrity of your card. So the more bend tests that a card is subjected to, the more problems you're going to have with it. The bend test exists for only one purpose, to tell if you're dealing with rebacks, and rebacks are extremely rare now, right? Rebacks are essentially collector's edition cards where the front of the card has been separated from the back of the card. So they are basically on the front a regular Magic card, but the back had a gold border. They cut that part off. They take the back of a regular card and affix it. So you end up with what looks like a genuine beta. And under the right circumstances, they can fool people who should know better, like me. I got fucked by a reback because I got too giddy about getting a beta Chaos Orb. I traded for a beta Chaos Orb and I was so excited because it was in great shape, right? I was like, wow, this is in great shape. But like my brain subconsciously caught up to it before I did consciously. So I do the trade and then I'm walking home and my brain goes, wait a minute. The front of the card was in great shape, but were all four corners beat up? Did I really not pay that much attention? And so then when I got home, I took it out and I looked and I'm like, oh no. Because the front of it looked great, but the corners were all white with wear, but just the corners. Nowhere else along the other edges. And I just stared at it for a while and I went, oh no. Oh, did I just get fucked? And then I said, well, gotta find out. And I started to go like this, right? And right about here, it just went like this. And it just like literally like a thunder crack, a lightning bolt of white just jagged across the card. Normal Magic cards don't do that. They will not do that. Rebacks will snap in half. Those That you only use the bend test for rebacks. That's it. That's the only time you use that test. Don't listen to anybody who says to do a fucking water drop test either, because that's insane. There's a bunch of tests you can do that don't require you to damage your card, right? So, and unfortunately, some people are saying about the cores here, guys, there are Magic cards that are official Magic cards that don't have any core, right? So you can't just automatically trust a blue core. First of all, counterfeits can have blue core. Secondly, Wizards accidentally made cards without the blue core. Thirdly, Japanese blue core is actually purple core. So there's so many things. You'd almost have to be a Magic historian to keep track of it. It's a good thing you guys know one. Whatever happened with the art scandal of Magic 30 where they printed art they didn't own the rights to? That's a good question. Actually, Jesper Meerfors, the art director, the previous art director for Magic that I mentioned earlier in the stream, did bring up that specific art situation. So I don't know what's come of that at all, actually. Anyways, you know what? It's been nice hanging out with you guys. I genuinely enjoy that we get to just chat about Magic and whatever's going on. This live stream, if you didn't get to see it in its entirety, will be uploaded to my live stream archive. Let me just go ahead and grab the link for that for you guys. That way, if you want to go ahead and head over there later, you can check that out. Because obviously, this has been a pretty long one. So there's the live stream archive link. Congratulations to Doomblade, you're Lord of the Board for the end of the stream. So you are going to be put onto this art card, and you will be added in to the box of glory for your victory. And the name's on here. I mean, you're already in here 5 times. You already made it on the Mega Glory list. But another trophy for you, son. Look at how big the stack's getting, by the way, guys. Bam. Each one of these represents a stream just since we started this box. We spent a lot of time together. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. All right. Peace out for now, guys. All right. Don't take any wooden nickels, motherfucker. And I just died.